Hikaru and Lazavik. Two speed monsters up against each other here in round 10.
Yeah, super important game for both of them now. Incredibly exciting moment here in the tournament. This will decide a lot. If Hikaru can win this game, he is back in contention for the first place here.
He definitely cannot lose, and a draw is probably not enough.
No, I don't think he can draw this game. I think he has to win.
Yeah, must win for Hikaru Nakamura on his birthday.
Yeah, and we see a Sicilian opening here with Hikaru playing a slightly unusual sideline here with moving this pawn up, trying to take the center, but then actually putting the bishop in front of the pawn. But this is quite a popular sideline if you don't play the mainline Sicilians. So he's trying to get out of the most popular lines, as we've seen Hikaru do a lot today. And once again, we see this pawn in the middle of the board here, which we've seen a lot today, which gives Hikaru a space advantage for the moment. So what he's probably going to try to do now is castle quickly and then try to open up things in the center. This is an interesting move by Lazavik, trying to clamp down on the center, maybe get the knight into this square, but Hikaru actually goes for a direct way of countering this by moving his flank pawn up. So now the question is, will Lazavik take en passant, or will he just keep developing? He goes for the latter here, just developing his bishop, strengthening the center. I expect him now maybe to move his bishop here and castle. Instead, he takes. We have a lot of action actually on the queen side here early on. Now Lazavik goes for this attack towards the pawn. That's a big threat that Hikaru has to worry about. This would also unleash the rook here. So you probably have to do something about this immediately. Yeah, he just calmly defends. That's very patient by Hikaru here. But we can see Lazavik also on the bar here already better. It seems like he's getting some pressure here on Hikaru early on. And once again, I think this move is an annoying threat, because what he wants to do at some point is to take this, open up for his rook. And if he can then find a way to pin the bishop, Hikaru is in a lot of trouble, because the rook would be behind. So this could potentially happen here if Hikaru isn't dangerous. I'm pretty sure this is an idea he will see, but now, okay, he doesn't care.
Oh, and the fans are rooting for young Lazavik. Come on, Lazavik, you got this. From YouTube, send in your messages, questions, your comments. Who are you rooting for? We are getting towards the end of game week 2. Hikaru is fighting to win it on his birthday, but Lazavik on 8 points and in a good position in this game. Is he the one who's going to win Title Tuesday today?
Could very well be. And now we can see him picking up a pawn in the center. So that was one approach. The thing is, Hikaru does still have a slight development advantage here. We can see him already having castled, whereas Lazavik still has to get his bishop out before he can do that. He also has the queen in the center, which often becomes a target if you can attack it with knight, or maybe at some point the rook. So still, even though the bar says better for Lazavik, I would say the last couple of moves they have also given Hikaru a chance to counter here a bit and create his own attack. So this is still very much open. Now we can see a sneaky checkmate attack actually from Lazavik there for a second, but Hikaru defended it. There was a checkmate threat here, which was defended by the knight. Lazavik tries to trade the queens. Hikaru goes away, and now the rook is ready to join the action. This is super exciting moment here where the next couple of moves could decide a lot. Finally, Lazavik gets castled, so he's a lot more safe now in this position, but still Hikaru has some active pieces here, and the queen is a bit awkward here. Where is it going to move? It goes here, attacks the pawn, but still, it's kind of jumping around a bit here. It's going to be in danger still for a few moves here. Hikaru can always attack it like this or like this, so it's actually steps back instead just to get out of the danger. And now it feels like Lazavik has solidified a bit here. It's not that easy for Hikaru anymore to create direct threats now that Lazavik has been able to castle, get his queen out of the danger, and now he's ready to keep developing. But Hikaru is bringing his pieces towards the king side here. maybe next he wants to bring his queen up, creating a checkmate threat by himself. And then still, these pieces are very close to the king side and can create some trouble, especially with Lazavik going almost down below 2 minutes on the clock now.
Yeah, maybe that is Hikaru's hope, although the bar jumps down. But what an incredible game by Lazavik so far. Okay, is it turning though? Is Hikaru fighting back now?
Yeah, I think Lazavik might have gotten a bit scared in that moment. He sacrificed a pawn back just to get his knight developed. But I think he might have an idea here that once the queen moves, he will move up the pawn. And now if the knight moves, you have this attack on that pawn. But the bar says better for Hikaru. So there must be a good follow-up here because I don't think he can simply move his knight.
Okay, what an exciting game. This is round 10. Both of these players are fighting to win Title Tuesday today. Both players about to tick under 2 minutes on the clock. Remember, there is no increment in Title Tuesday. Will we see a full-blown battle on the board, or will it be decided with red clocks in time trouble? This is a massive game. Both players fighting to win it.
Yeah, and we could see Hikaru there being very accurate. He found this move that I talked about, that you needed to find a way to counter Black's threat against his pawn, and he found exactly that move. These top players are just so strong in these critical moments. They always tend to find these super precise moves when they have to, and this is exactly what Hikaru does now, and suddenly the momentum shifts in his favor. Now he can maybe even attack the rook. Exactly, and where does it go?
He's eating something. It's a birthday cake for Hikaru Nakamura, getting some sugar in, getting his energy levels up for the finish to Title Tuesday Game Week 2 in the winter split. All right, the bar jumps up again for Lazavik.
This is about to get crazy. So Lazavik has sacrificed a rook for a bishop here, but he has opened up Hikaru's king completely in the process. So now actually the king is completely naked here. It doesn't have any pawns to protect apart from this. Lazavik's pawn is pretty close. Now the knight is jumping in as well. Super interesting moment here now, but Lazavik is low on the clock. He picks up another pawn. Hikaru's king extremely exposed now. Can Lazavik find a way to bring in his final pieces here to deliver an attack on Hikaru? He's now going for trading off these bishops. But now Hikaru potentially gets a passed pawn here that he could start moving up the board. It's not as easy to attack anymore for Lazavik either because he doesn't have as many pieces as he had a few moves ago. Now you only have these two in the attack. For now, he's trying to bring his queen in like this. That would be very dangerous. But this rook still slightly offside. It's hard to bring it into the game, at least for now. But Hikaru thinking, and the clock is evening out.
It is massively better now for Lazavik. He is under the minute on the clock. Hikaru in deep thought.
He's allowed these checks. That's a bit surprising. Lazavik just picks up a pawn. Now, potentially, he wants to start moving this pawn up the board a little bit later on. That can be a very dangerous idea.
The bar is hating it right now for Hikaru Nakamura. Can he fight back? Again, he has more time on the clock, but he is also now under the minute.
The problem for Hikaru here is that Lazavik is extremely solid. Despite being down a rook for a bishop, his king is very safe. It's very hard for Hikaru to attack anything. He tries to bring his pawn up here to create this kind of counter threat, but I don't think he's going to accomplish very much by doing that. So Lazavik has all the chances here, trying to either create an attack towards the king or do something with his passed pawn. Hikaru's only hope is the clock, but even that is evening out at this point.
30 seconds left for Hikaru. I'm going to turn on his sound. Maybe we can listen in. Hikaru needs to win this. He cannot lose it. With a win here, Lazavik goes up to 9 points to take the lead. Will anyone join him with 1 round left to be played? Clocks are ticking.
I'm outplaying Lazavik this game, I feel like. I missed that, though. As soon as I say I think I'm outplaying him, I blunder.
might be out of sync. But what's happening here? The bar is down to slightly better now.
Yeah, so now Lazavik is just trying to actually defend, it seems like, because he's so far down on the clock that he needs to just survive here. He's not going to be able to win on time, I think. And in that case, he found a good move here so that he's able to avoid losing. And now Hikaru has to be very quick here to avoid losing. But
2
this
seconds.
is a draw. I think this is going to be a draw. Even on the bar here now, it is a draw because Lazavik can't advance at this point.
Oh, it is a draw. It is a draw.
Wow.
Whoa, what a finish. Did Hikaru Nakamura get lucky there?
Yeah, I would say he got a bit lucky. It looked like a strategic choice by Lazavik at some point there where he kind of simplified into a bishop and 3 pawns versus rook endgame, which makes it very easy for him to play. But he also had so